As co-founders of Springfield City, Maha Sinnathamby AM and Bob Sharpless have pursued a bold vision to create Australia's first privately developed city and the country's largest master-planned community. The partners' ambition, unflinching tenacity and enduring friendship has delivered houses, jobs, education, medical care and a rail line to more than 55,000 residents who call Springfield home. Bob and Maha's work over the past 34 years at Springfield has indelibly shaped planning and infrastructure delivery across the nation and set new benchmarks in community development that extends well beyond built form. Their resolute focus on education, health and innovation has brought to life a new approach to development, where increasing human and social capital sits at the heart of all decisions. Together, Maha and Bob have made an incredible and inspiring contribution to the country's property industry and how we shape our cities. Maha and Bob are very different personalities from very different upbringings. Maha is incredibly outgoing, audacious and expressive, and truly believes everything is possible. Bob is quieter and conservative, focused on the financial and commercial details and the glue for Springfield's internal team. The two recognise each bring a unique contribution to their partnership and are united in their shared values of loyalty, friendship, family and community. Maha, born in Rantu, Malaysia, studied civil engineering at the University of New South Wales and moved to Perth in 1971, starting his career selling real estate before joining the Metropolitan Water Board. Property has always been Maha's passion, and in 1976, he resigned to create Murdoch Constructions, developing duplexes and enjoying great success over the 5 years to 1982. Everything he touched turned to gold. However, the tide turned when Maha was pursuing a planned listing on the stock exchange. A perfect storm of a recession, national credit crunch, and the exit of a main investor in the proposed IPO led to the collapse of his organisation in 1983. A grueling 2 years of repaying debt and negotiating with creditors followed. Bob joined Maha in November 1984, having written to him seeking a job. Born and raised in Perth, Bob was an ambitious young civil engineer completing his MBA, who wanted to learn about property development firsthand and had seen what Maha had achieved since forming his Murdoch Constructions. At his interview, Bob was told by Maha there was no real vacancy and no real money. He would be paid on results. Bob accepted. He liked Maha and admired his resilience and determination. When Maha and his wife, Yoga, decided to move their family to Brisbane at the end of 1985, Bob and his wife, Belinda, followed. MUR Group was in business, 75% owned by Maha, 25% by Bob, with $30,000 in the bank, and the two working from a rented house in the inner-city Brisbane suburb of Spring Hill. The MUR Group grew, developing hotels in Brisbane and Cairns, and were keen to take on new projects. In 1987, the MUR Group hired David Henry as their first development professional. David shared Maha's love of land development and was keen to learn about master-planned communities. Together, David and Maha visited 15 exemplar developments located in the US and UK and were excited about what could be achieved if you were to build a city from scratch. In 1992, Maha and Bob bought the 2,860-hectare Springfield site, 28 kilometres southwest of Brisbane, for $8 million from Associated Forestry Holdings.
The partnership between Bob and Maha, very interesting. I joined them in 1987 when they were in a little house in Bartley Street in Spring Hill, and before Springfield, so it was the MUR Group. In a nutshell, Maha's the ultimate entrepreneur. He just takes on challenges that most people would just shy away from, just too hard. I see the most significant achievement as the University of Southern Queensland opening a campus in Springfield, eventually convincing the government to open a Mater hospital, and probably the rail. Those three combinations, you need to tick the box if you can in any planned community in the world. You need the full combination to make the ecosystem to work. In Maha, doing that and having Bob as his right-hand man to steady the ship, that's what makes a combination, because I think if you didn't have the captain steering the ship, some of the challenges Maha took on wouldn't have made it.
The partners rejected the traditional thinking of carving up the site into semi-rural 16-hectare blocks and decided to build a city around education, health and innovation, drawing on the best practice they had seen in the US and UK. It demanded new approaches to planning and approvals to provide long-term certainty for investment in transport and social infrastructure, including a special Act of Parliament passed unanimously in 1997. A key challenge was accessibility. Springfield needed to connect to where jobs existed until business and industry relocated to the development. This is where the innovative thinking of Bob and the advocacy skills of Maha came to the fore. 3 key roads, including the Centenary Highway extension, were built under new inventive funding and delivery models, involving a mix of private and government financial, risk and delivery commitments.
My first impressions of Maha and his wife Yoga were that they were just genuine, decent people with a vision. And that vision happened to be shared by the government at the time. It was all about building the long-term future for southeast Queensland with the right partner. And Maha and Bob, they were the right partners. It wasn't just a housing development, it was a community housing development. And there is a very, very big difference. And out of that, we've ended up with one of the most attractive suburbs, or the most attractive cities, I should say, in Queensland. This was a long-term development that was going to take years and years and years. Now, that required a quality person or quality people to behind it. And that's why Maha and Bob were so successful. They were and are quality people. And I can't emphasise enough the quality of the development itself. It actually introduced a good quality of life for thousands of Queenslanders, which they would not otherwise have had Springfield not arrived, had not been built. That, I think, is a tribute to Maha and to Bob, that they have built something that has transformed the community. This is an extraordinary story, and I'm so pleased that they're being acknowledged, both of them, because they deserve every bit of acknowledgement they can get.
Concurrent with tackling the Herculean planning and infrastructure challenges, in 1999, Springfield's bank declared it had lost interest in the project and demanded its $9 million back within 30 days. It was an incredibly stressful time for Bob and Maha as they negotiated with Delphin, a public company and specialist in large-scale housing projects, to become their residential partner. Under the deal struck, Delphin would pay $4 million up front and $8 million once the road access to Springfield was complete. The deal was signed in June 1999. Maha and Bob knew the only way forward was to attract more people to Springfield and continually add value to the land. This included teaming up with the Macquarie Group's medalist team and golfing legend Greg Norman to develop Springfield's Brookwater world-class golf course. Opened in March 2002, Brookwater was delivered in less than 14 months for a total of $21 million and became the centrepiece of a prestige residential precinct within Springfield. When looking to build Springfield's retail heart, Bob and Maha believed the innovative Main Street shopping concept seen in the US would work well. When Greg Paramore AO, CEO of the James Fielding Group, which became part of Mirvac, signed up as Springfield's retail partner, he was also keenly interested in achieving new environmental benchmarks. When the $143 million Orion Springfield Town Centre shopping precinct opened in March 2007, it was the first retail development to be awarded a 6-star Green Star rating in Australia.
Maha approached me in my office in Sydney to tell me what he and Bob were planning, and encouraged me to visit Springfield with a view to getting involved with them in various forms of development on that site. Originally, it was going to start off a very small centre, then grow, but even in the couple of years before we started developing it, there was evidence that both the majors of Coles and Woolworths wanted to be on site, and it ended up being about a 30,000 square metre build at that time. Maha and Bob have amazing qualities in terms of relentless pursuit of an idea. And really that's what the whole of Springfield was. It was an idea, it was way ahead of its time. They relentlessly pursued the government, the local authorities, people like myself to get involved. But that just pursuit of excellence, it is and should be revered around Australia. It should be used as a classic model for other communities to follow, for other governments to follow, and other developers to follow. It's a rare opportunity to get such a large area and be able to master plan it with the full support of the government, the Queensland government, to get this done. So they've been really relentless in getting this right. It's been a pleasure to be part of it.
Maha and Bob are passionate about the transformational power of education and the critical importance of health services, ideas and innovation in a flourishing city. Currently, more than 15,000 students are educated across Springfield's 12 schools, university, TAFE and 22 early learning centres. Milestone events in the evolution of Springfield included the first 300 students walking through the doors of the University of Southern Queensland Springfield campus in 2006 and the 2009 opening of the $220 million Polaris Data Centre. Another landmark day was in October 2015, when the first operation was performed in the Mater Private Hospital Springfield, an 80-bed facility with approval to scale up to 1,200 beds. The Mater at Springfield has a contract to perform 4,800 public patient surgeries a year and provide radiation therapies at its state-of-the-art cancer clinic. Inspired by the work of the Mater and its first and former Brisbane administrator, Sister Angela Mary Doyle AO, Maha and Bob donated a total of $7.5 million in 2020 in honour of the Mercy Nun's 95th birthday and her incredible life of service.
When Springfield, as it is now, was just the beginning, there was nothing there. But Maha had a vision for Springfield. He knew what he wanted to do there. It was just nothing was developed there at the time. And he and Bob had the same hopes. Together with the existing Mater Private Hospital, there would be 228 beds in Springfield. This is very much a hospital of the future, bringing world-class care to the heart of Springfield. Maha and Bob are true visionaries. They quite literally built a city from the ground up, and there are very few examples of that, perhaps in the world. I think it comes down to a few simple things. Very powerful qualities: tenacity, ambition, and an understanding that meaningful results take time. Nothing is achieved in a hurry. I know these two men well, and I can say with great confidence that they embody all of these qualities and more.
Bob and Maha's commitment to philanthropy and contributing to the community continues across the provision of health programs, educational opportunities, and championing diversity in sport. A former chair of the Brisbane Lions AFL club, Bob was instrumental in establishing its first women's team and a new 10,000-seat stadium at Springfield, the first purpose-built stadium for women's sport in Brisbane. The partners' leadership and visionary work have been celebrated internationally and locally. In 2010, Springfield was awarded the world's best master-planned community by the International Real Estate Federation. Maha was awarded honorary doctorates from the University of Queensland and the University of Southern Queensland in 2023 and 2007 respectively. In 2019, Maha was appointed a member of the Order of Australia for his significant service to the building and construction industry and to the community. In the same year, Bob and Maha were inducted into the Queensland Business Leaders Hall of Fame in recognition of all they had pioneered and achieved at Springfield. In 2023, Bob received an honorary doctorate from QUT which honoured him as a visionary entrepreneur.
Well, look, Maha and Bob have shown our industry that no is rarely the end of the conversation. It's usually just the beginning. Their contribution goes well beyond Springfield. Maha and Bob have demonstrated that persistence beats resistance and what courage, patience, and a long-term vision looks like. What inspires me most is the intentionality. Springfield wasn't left to chance. It was carefully and deliberately built around people first. So from day one, the focus was on livability, access to services and opportunity. And creating a city of that scale with that level of integration takes conviction and resilience. So Springfield stands as proof that when vision is paired with discipline, you can actually genuinely change lives. Well, look, I think the lesson is simple, but it's not easy. Thinking long-term, collaborating deeply, and backing good ideas early. Springfield really shows what's possible when government trusts capable partners, when planning is an enabler, and when developers are treated as city shapers. If we want better cities and better outcomes, we need to plan for our future generations. And Maha and Bob have shown us exactly how powerful that approach can be.
Maha and Bob were prepared to have a crack and take a punt on Queensland when others weren't, and they deserve every success they've got. We're most grateful for their vision, for the fact that they were willing to invest in Queensland and to create something special. And on the back of it, we've seen investment in things like health and roads, and it has really shaped a growing part of our state and our capital. And on behalf of all Queenslanders, we just want to express my gratitude for a job well done.
The passion still runs strong. Springfield is expected to have a population of over 100,000 by the end of the decade. And the $30 billion invested in the city to date continues to grow. Tonight, we induct Maha Sinnathamby AM and Bob Sharpless to the Australian Property Hall of Fame in honour of their visionary work, their contribution across the property industry and community, and the shaping of our nation building.
Congratulations, Maha and Bob, on your induction into the Australian Property Hall of Fame.
To Maha and Bob, congratulations on a well-deserved induction into the Property Council Hall of Fame. I couldn't think of any better people to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Thank you for your partnership. Good luck. And congratulations to you and your families.
I'm very proud to call Maha and Bob my friends, and I congratulate them on their induction into the Australian Property Hall of Fame.
Congratulations, Bob and Maha, on this incredible accolade. You are such worthy winners. Thank you for all that you do for the industry, and congratulations.
Maha and Bob, it's been a pleasure to be part of your journey over these decades. So to you both, congratulations to you and your families. I know the families put in a lot in these areas too, and I know they're extremely proud of what you people have achieved.